Om Shanti, good morning, and God morning to everyone. We all lovingly invoke our dear Baba. Then we will listen to Baba's words with great attention. May everyone wholeheartedly make Baba a part of their life, especially this year, with the specific goals we have set. These goals are shared collectively by all of us. We have one unified determination. Through your supreme demeanor and way of conduct, dear Divine Father, the year of complete divine revelation. So, you will inform Baba, and as part of your daily revisions, you should express to Baba that you are studying with the highest objective for which Baba has descended. With that supreme goal in mind, I am fully dedicating myself to my current spiritual efforts. For that ultimate goal, please fill me abundantly with the efforts needed at present through the teachings, and I will make sure to imbibe them thoroughly in my life. Now, let's call Baba. The presented text, Om Shanti. So today holds a special significance as the Divine Avyakt Mahavakya and Murli of February 23rd, 2025 is titled, Give Support to Everyone. Create companions. May the eternal feast continue forever. So, as we engage in our daily discussions, we consistently reflect upon how accurate and correct the actions I am taking in my Purusharth truly are. How accurate it is in terms of the timing, the efforts I am putting in, and the speed at which I am progressing. Therefore, the purest measure for this is the Murli. Didn't Baba say yesterday to give happiness to all? Those who are soul conscious will give happiness to everyone. In other words, children who give happiness to everyone will naturally become soul conscious. Now, the second point. Listen to the assistance being offered. Extend your support to everyone and inspire others to be helpful, ensuring that the eternal feast continues. Today, Baba Dada has personally come to celebrate the invaluable diamond-like birthdays of his children, Shiv Jayanti. All of you children have come to celebrate the birthday of your spiritual father, and the father has come to celebrate with you. Baba is delighted to see the fortune of his children, saying, "Ah, my fortunate children, ah." Baba experiences great happiness when he witnesses the exceptional fortune of his children. Blessed are the children who have descended with the Father, carrying the divine mission to eradicate the darkness from the world. Those who have descended with the divine words truly grasp the essence of this message. The symbol of the confluence age. Just as God incarnates as soon as you take birth into the Brahman life. Thus, your previous existence concludes, and you take on a new form in this renewed spiritual path. Those who descended together with the Father to dispel the darkness of the world. Those who incarnated alongside the Father to dispel the darkness of the world. No one in the entire cycle can have such a birthday as you children are celebrating with the Supreme Father. Such a birthday does not exist anywhere else in the entire universe. The Lord Himself celebrates with us, rejoices with us, and gives us blessings. He celebrates with us, shares in our joy, and bestows his wishes upon us. Devotee souls also commemorate this extraordinary and immensely cherished divine birthday. However, you children celebrate the reunion, whereas devotee souls only sing its praises. So today, it is also the birthday for all of us. So, on this special day, what do we say to each other? Happy birthday. Today is a significant day. While devotees sing praises, what do? We celebrate our divine union. Darkness represents the state of ignorance, and Baba has mentioned that he came specifically to dispel this darkness. Last evening, a message was sent out, and someone inquired about what ChatGPT is. ChatGPT is an advanced tool of artificial intelligence that has the remarkable capability to learn things autonomously. Anything you type on your computer or mobile device, if ChatGPT is installed, it will automatically start learning and absorbing all that information. This is regarded as an advanced and potentially hazardous technique in the realm of science due to its continuous learning and adapting capabilities. Every word you utter now will be stored in its memory for future reference. When I asked him a question, should you wish to establish your own kingdom and bring God's divine light to the entire earth, the answers he provided are still relevant and guiding us today. People are being led away from God and immersed in various forms of entertainment. Just observe where the younger generation is investing their time. Prominent people are coming from all over the world. Earlier, they didn't used to come, but now, look, famous singers are coming who never set foot here before. They are coming, and concerts with hundreds of thousands of people are happening, involving alcohol, drugs, and that. There was a line that made everyone realize that we are truly content within ourselves. Even if I were to be solitary, we are fully capable of managing on our own. This is to be read with care, and today, this is the prevailing mindset. So Baba says that to dispel that darkness, you sing praises and celebrate the meeting. You sing praises and call out to Baba Dada. Hearing the praises and calls of the devotees, Baba Dada gives them the fruits of their feelings, each according to their number. But there is a great difference between devotees and children. There is a profound difference between devotees and children. The noble deeds you perform are celebrated as a treasured memory of your destiny. And this is why Bap Dada also extends his congratulations to the devotees by acknowledging their acts of devotion. Baba holds them in high regard because they have precisely emulated your actions in a commendable manner. So Baba mentions that your commemorations are held with great reverence, and they also observe fasts on this day. They undertake fasting for a short duration to purify their diet and behavior. However, you commit to vows of complete and absolute purity. As a commemoration, they demonstrate a small example, don't they? They have devised a sample to remain pure for a brief period, encompassing their diet, rituals, and hygiene. And here, you vow to uphold complete purity in every aspect of your life. In this, you take a lifelong vow that encompasses your food, behavior, speech, and actions, ensuring complete purity in every aspect of your existence. This commitment to complete purity covers your entire life, including food, behavior, speech, and actions. The other day, someone defined purity as being pure in mind, speech, and actions, emphasizing that while you are pure in these aspects, you may still lack the inner strength and power. It is not omnipotence or complete skills. Purity is a virtue, but it is not the only virtue. Baba says one virtue brings all virtues. Absolutely right. All virtues are here. Let's accept it. However, all encompassing virtues, absolute powers, unwavering disciplines, and perfect nonviolence. So you take a vow of purity in mind, speech, and actions for life. As long as you live in the confluence age, stay pure in mind, speech, and actions. It is essential to understand that achieving purity is indeed the fundamental qualification for one's entire life journey. If you want to become a Brahmin, you must remain pure in mind, speech, and actions. This is the basic qualification. What is the requirement? To qualify for the UBSC exam, you need to have completed your graduation and achieved a specified percentage of marks. So, what qualifications are necessary for IAS? To be eligible, you need to have completed your graduation with a specific percentage of marks. What are the requirements? It entails undergoing an extensive course. There are many books and a lot of general knowledge is required, along with a presence of mind and a good attitude. After surpassing all those stages, nearly 10 to 15 lakh children gather, and from among them, approximately 1,000 children are selected. Interviews are held among the 1,000. There is a significant difference between eligibility and requirements. In the Brahmin life, what have you become? Completely pure. Complete purity means committing to a lifelong vow regarding your diet, behavior, speech, and actions. As long as you live during this confluence age, you must maintain purity in your mind, words, and deeds. Not only must you attain this purity yourself, but you must also help others achieve it. We must become and help others. See, devotees are not lacking in intellect. Look, even the devotees are not lacking in intelligence. They have made a very good copy of the memorial. You all have become powerful by surrendering everything, which means you have surrendered your impure life completely. The symbol of your surrender is that you offer sacrifices, but instead of sacrificing yourself, you sacrifice a goat. It is fine to celebrate memories, but they do not sacrifice themselves, they sacrifice a goat. It says I, doesn't it? So that is its language. See how beautifully it has been copied. Why do they sacrifice a goat? This has also been beautifully copied. What does a goat do? It says meh, meh, right? And what have you surrendered? I. I am the awareness of the body, and it is precisely within this I awareness. It is within the sense of I-ness that body consciousness emerges, which then serves as the root of all vices. This body consciousness is indeed the origin of all negative traits. Baba Dada has mentioned before that it is this ego of body consciousness that puts obstacles in the way of achieving full surrender. If anyone questions why they haven't fully surrendered, it indicates a shortcut to true surrender. Thus, to physically surrender and dedicate yourself to Madhuban or a center is indeed a great blessing. You are offering your life to divine service without any restrictions. However, what does true surrender actually mean? How can one traverse this extensive spiritual path effortlessly? It is the ego, the sense of I-ness, that stands as the main hindrance. If you truly wish to achieve the state of complete surrender, it is essential that you first remove this ego. So, what is the best slogan for the organization? Isn't it the slogan? We often repeat that slogan in the organization. What is the easiest slogan to remove ego? In this context, it is absolutely essential that ego should not be present at all, as Baba had mentioned to us just a few days ago. Stay silent, as it has just been mentioned that this is not a slogan of the organization. Baba has repeatedly said to the sweet children that you are a servant. You are indeed the most valuable and cherished servant. Service can be done without you, but things won't move forward without you. Just as we clean outside, we should clean inside. When it comes to certain matters, the answer will always remain the same. You should contemplate more. Just now, it was explained, but your intellect didn't grasp it. You started typing the answer. You need to remain silent and give happiness. The answer may come from somewhere, but you should contemplate a bit, especially on January 17th. Take a moment to reflect on the things that you keep revisiting over and over again. Therefore, continually revisit your meditation practice. Allow it to evolve to become the essence, the purest form. Please listen to it once more. As I mentioned, those who are regular members of the organization do not need to repeat it frequently, as they are already familiar with it. Baba Dada has shared before that the sense of I tied to this physical form hinders complete surrender. What can we do to prevent ego from becoming a hindrance? By fully adopting the attitude of the most faithful servant. My own, my own, my own, my own, my own. The usual sense of I, the typical ego, the ego tied to the body, and the attachment to bodily possessions. Surrendering these is straightforward. This has already been accomplished and offered. Have you accomplished this or not? This form has not changed either. As you progress further on this path, the ego becomes increasingly subtle and refined. The further we advance, the more our ego becomes incredibly delicate and refined. It is relatively simple to get rid of the obvious ego, but the subtle ego, which stems from the unique qualities and divine gifts bestowed by the Supreme Soul, such as the blessing of intellect, the grace of embodying knowledge, and the privilege of engaging in spiritual service and possessing special attributes, is what we refer to as the subtle ego. This Murli holds great significance. I perform my service with dedication, I am devoted, I reside in Madhuban, and I live at the center. There's a subtle difference in the mindset? No, I meant it slightly differently. I was merely conveying what Baba says about the attitude. However, I express myself in such a manner that it becomes quite evident that I possess a special position, have received a unique education, and have significant backing. These are the things given by God. These are gifts from God. Why do we need to handle the Murli division ourselves? Baba can have anyone do it, as there are many capable individuals among us. The blessings of the Lord were mentioned in the Murli, and it was described as a sacred offering or prasad in the Murli from the previous Sunday. A couple of Sundays ago, the Murli mentioned blessings of wisdom. It highlighted the grace of embodying knowledge, service, and divine gifts. When an individual's ego subtly emerges, it is known as a refined form of ego. What I say is right and should be done, but in the art of flying high, it becomes a burden. What I say and what I do is always correct, and it should always be that way, without any doubt or exception. This becomes a burden for the intellect. Initially, we faced a lot of problems because of this. We were new. Even today, there is boundless enthusiasm for the yagya. In the past, seeing others would trigger thoughts. Now, when new members join, they exhibit the same behavior. When you come to Madhuban, don't do this, don't do that, don't waste water, turn off the lights. And if you have leftover food, remember it's not right to waste so much. You should always be mindful and take only what you need from the beginning. Srimad exists solely because I must follow it. Knowledge is not for giving, but for imbibing. And if it is for giving, then there should be an appropriate place for it. Do not share such knowledge casually with anyone. It clearly shows that you are new. We are very new. That's why we are telling you. Therefore, the Father explains and advises us. This royal ego becomes a burden when trying to ascend spiritually. Early on, we felt this way, seeing someone new. And when no one would make any effort, I would often ponder, what are they doing in the divine abode of God? And even though they had better qualities than us in terms of boundaries and conduct, later on, Baba gradually explained, and then it was understood. No ill thoughts towards anyone. I see he isn't attending Murli or practicing Gyan Yoga. Maybe he has already gained enough spiritual wealth. In a subtle form, it's not feasible because meditation inherently encourages more meditation. Our inherent tendencies continue to operate, but if I have to contemplate, why not choose to think positively? So, what does Baba say? Baba teaches that we must also surrender our sense of I-ness, as it is not a divine endowment. What I possess is not of my own making. It is a divine gift, a divine blessing, and a divine special quality. There is no sense of I-ness here. It is all the Lord's grace. Have you thoroughly examined the extent of your surrender? You have surrendered both the common ego and the royal ego. The ordinary ego, which craves recognition and status, has been completely abandoned. No, no, I am, but with royal ego. In the Brahmin family, it should be known that yes, I am also something, or if someone special comes, they should know that I am also something. You often joke among yourselves saying, whether it's done or being done, it must be done. You often jest that eventually we all must die. However, this death is truly living in the loving embrace of God. This death is truly living in the loving embrace of God. Stay silent, stay silent. Embracing death in God's lap is living, and God is watching. But when God places you in His lap, He tests how long you won't cry. At that point, Baba elevates you and places you in a completely new state of existence. Dying in the lap of God is not truly dying. It is living in the embrace of divine souls across lifetimes. I was born, and thus I surrender myself with joy and happiness. In 21 lifetimes, you will be born in the lap of divine beings. Therefore, you should surrender joyfully. Whatever you have surrendered, whether it be your body, mind, wealth, or intellect, do so because of the 21 lifetimes in the lap of divine beings. In the realm of devotion, raising your voice is not acceptable, and even offerings made with loudness are not embraced. Therefore, those who surrender joyfully and wholeheartedly within the bounds of I and mine become worthy of the blessings of many lifetimes. Baba stated that those who joyfully devote themselves become deserving of my and mine through countless lifetimes. Write this down in the first 4 pages. Those who surrender with joy, consider surrendering with joy as enduring with joy. Remain silent with joy. Submit your paper with joy. View the circumstances with happiness and progress forward with a joyful spirit. There is a special soul who is preparing a special test for you, pretending to be very good in front of you, but speaking ill of you everywhere. And you are aware that in his presence you should show even more love and respect from the depths of your heart and continue to move forward. Why? Because the one who is on my side is none other than God himself. My protector, my guardian, is indeed God, and therefore my ultimate result is in his hands. It will be Shiv Baba who assesses my deeds and decides my fate. In the end, the truth will be revealed to everyone. For now, let it pass. There's no need to worry. Do whatever you want. You will only receive love from me. Wherever you go, whatever wrong you say about me, it doesn't matter to me. You will only receive love from me because Baba has taught me this. Baba has meticulously kept track of everything concerning you, so it is essentially an account between you and him. So what is Baba saying? It is because of karma. Even in the worldly realm, if they cry out and offer sacrifices, why did he say this? Why did she say that? Ever since I came here, I have been seeing this. These people did this, this and that. In the stillness of silence, I find myself becoming a captive to the legacy that spans across countless lifetimes, binding me in the cycle of birth and rebirth. Therefore, ensure that you are joyfully and willingly transforming any useless thoughts, words, or actions, rather than doing so out of necessity. Many times, they break divine instructions right in front of you. You can tell them, "Brother, please don't do this. This is not our way." But you know, nothing will come of it. Explaining will only make things worse. So, quietly do your service and step aside. Do your service with good intentions and step aside. If we try to explain to them, they will only become even angrier. Therefore, changes in people happen through love and hard work. Changes do not occur out of compulsion. They should never be forced. Baba says that I must endure this situation, and Baba desires that I remain here. Baba wants me to do this. Baba wants me to take the exam with these people. Since my childhood, I have had a habit, which is something that is quite common in every household, that the washroom and my bedroom, should be neat and clean as everyone likes it that way. There are 5 individuals, and each one of them comes from a different state. There are 5 distinct families, each having received a different form of education, with one member being completely uneducated. Each duration is different. One lasts 30 years, another 20. One is 10 years, another 5. One is 5 days. Each of the 5 has different perspectives, and each of the 5 puts in different efforts. Now, how will you manage to accomplish this task? How will you manage to do it? You will find it there. The things you don't like in the room, and if you bring them into the room, they will only end up making it dirty and unpleasant. You might say, "Do not do this," but they will still do it. You cannot even bring anyone into the room. So what can you do? If you try to intervene, just stay quiet. Give your best effort in whatever you do, for everyone is with you. Advancement on the path of effort is impossible without facing the necessary challenges. And the more significant the tests, the stronger your resolve should be. In love, transformations occur. Through effort, changes happen. When each of you children was born, you dedicated your life to this purpose. Your mission is to transform the world. You are world changers. This is the true calling of your Brahmin birth. So, commit to transforming the world. Gradually, everyone will come to understand. Everyone thinks that yes, we should cooperate with them in this way. Even I was not like a perfect divine being. I also had some habits. When you leave the room after 10, turn on the light. No, everyone is sleeping. Be mindful. Then, slowly and gradually, as we adjust to each other, we become fully adjusted. This is all about transforming the world. Changing the world is the very essence of your Brahmin birth, isn't it? If you are confident, raise your hands. Distribute the Shivratri flags to everyone. Everyone is waving the Shivratri flags. Wonderful. Each of you is holding Sri Baba's flags and waving them. Today is the day of flags, isn't it? Marvelous. But don't just wave any flag, wave the flag of your heart. How can we be absolutely certain that this transformation will indeed change the world? It is certain that transformation will change the world. I need to reflect and realize that it is now my moment to act. And this is the only kind of service that has the potential to bring about very rapid and highly significant results. It is very challenging to change the mind in this way. Transforming one's mind and thoughts demands a great deal of courage. It truly requires immense bravery. Baba Dada shared some joyous news. What was it? Let me explain about courage. Just yesterday, one of our worldly friends, so everyone keeps sending their messages and such from college, and he sent me a clip. So these days, there is a new movie that revolves around historical events, and I noticed that it repeatedly shows what happened to us in the past. Then, when I watched it closely, it depicted in detail how the brother was severely tortured, and it was specifically about the son of Shivaji, who endured immense suffering. There is a brief clip about the Honorable Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, which is quite short. In this clip, he is repeatedly saying something, and in every single thing he does, one word continuously draws my attention: Jagadamba. His nails were forcibly removed, and his entire skin was cruelly stripped by the Mughals. They then callously rubbed salt into his wounds and inflicted cuts all over his body, subjecting him to unbearable agony for a whole month. A single word that repeatedly emerged from his lips was Jagadamba. Whenever asked how he felt, he would respond with Jagadamba each time. He remarks, "Now you have witnessed the way our retribution unfolds." And then he utters Jagadamba. One realization that comes to my mind is that even after enduring such intense pain, the soul's resolve remains steadfast, believing it is backed by a worldly spirit. A worldly soul comes to us with a small paper, asking why Baba or someone else did this. Brother, do you want to become a sovereign without passing the test? I did not send it because it is worldly, but it is completely blurred. Even the projection of the picture is extremely dangerous, and it can cause a lot of pain. For instance, when you cut a nail deeply, even slightly, it causes so much pain. He pulled out the entire nail. From his mouth, one word kept coming out: Jagadamba. Applying salt, Jagadamba. It is a matter of certainty. It is certain. My faith in my deity is unwavering, and with this faith, I possess the courage to transform the world through my own transformation. Baba Dada has shared some exciting news. Do you know what it is? Baba Dada has bestowed a special gift for this year. Baba Dada has bestowed upon us a unique gift for this year, and it is imperative to listen attentively. We are now in February, with 10 months still ahead of us. Pay close attention. If you muster even a bit of courage this year, jot down the first 4 pages initially, as we have a lengthy journey ahead. Listen to the words of God. Sweet children, if you show even a little courage this year in any task, whether it is self transformation or anything else, whether in work or in divine service, if done with courage, this year has been blessed. After receiving the additional assistance, make sure to write it down on 4 pages, making them colorful and vibrant. This is the blessing, and this Murli is in front of us now. Baba is speaking to us. Today, Baba is speaking to us. So, what delightful news or vision did Baba Dada witness? It was that during this year's Shivratri service, there is remarkable progress being made with immense courage and enthusiasm from all sides. Who is making this progress? Who is leading the Shivratri services? What services start on the first? As a result, everyone clapped their hands. Yes, yes, keep clapping. Always clap like this. We will clap on Shivratri too. Keep clapping always. We receive news from all corners in Madhuban. Baba Dada observes everything from the soul world. Enthusiasm is wonderful. The plans are well prepared. This spirit and excitement for service will uplift the souls around the world. Who are these words meant for? When you serve your center and area, how will it expand globally? Only the enthusiasm you instill at the root level will spread worldwide. Those who serve through the mind do so at the universal level, not just the world level. Observe how the pen of Nimit Dadiji has performed wonders. Indeed, the pen wielded by Nimit Dadiji is not just an ordinary writing instrument. The Dadijis who, as Baba mentions, during this confluence age, your pen is making a significant mark. The new Dadis and Didis that have been prepared, as well as the second generation, the results have been promising, so Baba Dada won't mention each center by name. However, Baba Dada extends warm congratulations to every child for their exceptional service, highlighting their unique qualities and achievements. This has been communicated. In the last Murli, Baba mentioned organizing large programs. So, Delhi organized one. Then, Gujarat brothers and sisters organized a program for 100,000 people. Mumbai brothers and sisters organized one for 200,000 people. Baba is referring to these programs and saying, so Baba is giving special blessings and congratulations to each service-oriented child by name, acknowledging their virtues and achievements. He has seen and continues to see this. The children are happy to see this from their respective places. Even those abroad are happy because all of you are the divine souls for the world. Sitting at the roots of the Kalpa tree, the service being done on Shivratri is remarkable. Who are you truly? You are the revered deities and divine beings. When Baba and Dadaji observe the children's gathering, they perceive them in 3 distinct forms. Now check this. In the present time, the rulers of self-sovereignty are the first ones. The rulers of self-sovereignty are still kings. However, in the worldly sense, the father also refers to his children as my royal children. Even if they are poor, they are still called royal children. But the father, in the present confluence age, sees every child as a ruler of self-sovereignty, a royal child. To be a king signifies being a ruler of oneself. And thus, in the present moment, we must strive to achieve self-sovereignty here and now. The second is the future world sovereign, and the third is the one who is worshipped from the Dwapar Yuga to the end of the Kali Yuga. In these 3 forms, Baba and Dada see every child in a special way, not in an ordinary way. In every era, through each phase of the cycle of time, Baba sees you as the highest and most elevated, always acknowledging your supreme position. So, when we revolve the Sudarshan Chakra, as I previously mentioned, it is not just about the eternal form. It also includes the original form, the venerable form, the Brahmin form, and the angelic form. Baba explains that this Sudarshan Chakra also signifies supreme sovereign authority in the supreme abode. In heaven, in Vaikunth, the highest sovereign authority in the form of a Brahmin, revered and worshipped, then in the form of a Brahmin, and then in the form of an angel. The highest state is for those deserving the highest state of that time. If we worship, it will be supreme worship. If we do penance, it will be supreme penance. If we serve, it will be supreme service. So, in all three forms, Baba and Dada see every child, not just the ordinary ones. No matter how you are, Baba and Dada see each child as a sovereign prince. Being a Rajogi signifies engaging in yoga with the purpose of attaining a regal state. Any Raja Yoga practitioners here? Raise your hand, Prajogis. Actually, not everyone is a Rajogi. So let's delve into what it means to be a true Rajogi. A Rajogi is not just a kingly yogi. Rather, a Rajogi is a sovereign who commands authority over the entire universe, integrating both spiritual and worldly domains. Behold, Baba himself has come to join the celebration with his self-sovereign children. You have traveled from various foreign lands, so please raise your hands if you have journeyed from abroad. Now, who among you has come from the farthest distance? Is it America or even beyond that? And from where has Baba Dada arrived? Which place is the farthest? America? Brazil? These places in Chile are very far away. So Baba Dada has come from the supreme abode, and because of his love for the children, even God has to come on such an auspicious birth anniversary. So Baba explains it briefly. A few days ago, he also explained this to you. Baba comes from the supreme abode. You might wonder how far he travels and how long it takes. But God comes from there and meets the children here instantly. That means if we truly focus on our authentic spiritual state and give it our full attention, so within just a second, in just a moment, they can harness the profound power that enables us to perform world service with limitless devotion and enthusiasm. Why does Baba come from the supreme abode in a second? Because he is complete, in his complete spiritual and real state, in the real state of supreme consciousness, which was explained just yesterday. He knows about unlimited recharge. Out of love for the children, isn't it? How significant is the birthday that even God has to come? Yes, this is a birthday banner displaying messages in all languages. A banner was created with happy birthday written in every language. It is beautifully crafted and includes all languages. Baba Dada is sending birthday wishes to children from all countries and languages. Also, keep this in mind. In the stage of the soul, you can transcend languages. What does it mean to be in the soul stage? It is the language of thoughts and vibrations, and all these forms of communication will become clear and comprehensible. How easy it will become. For the first time, we experienced visions in the path of devotion, so it wasn't just a trivial matter. It happened once, and we understood everything. Look, we celebrate the Father's birth, but who is the Father? Today, we are honoring the birth of Bindi, the divine point of light. Whose birth anniversary are we celebrating? It is Bindi's, the supreme point of light. The significance of the dot and the Bindi is truly immense, and that is why Baba always emphasizes the importance of remembering these three dots at all times. Do not forget, Baba says, always remember the 3 points. Number 8 and number 7 will still need to be written with care. But how easy is it to make a point, brother? You have to write 8, Turn this way, then that way, and then again and again. Next, you need to trace the number 7, then cross over it, but make sure to add the dot at the end of the stroke. It's done. Just a little twist like this and it's finished. How simple it is to remember the point. Always keep in mind the 3 points and make sure to remember them well. Do you know what the 3 points are? You are also a point, and Baba is also a point. The children of the point are also points, and when you come into action, you have come to this world stage to perform your actions. This world stage is like a drama, so even in this drama, whatever action is done, put a full stop to it. In actions too, whatever is past, put a full stop to it. So what is a full stop? A dot. Therefore, always remember these 3 dots. Regarding you, they were mentioning, Bindu, I have come across this information about you. Oh Bindu, they were specifically talking about you and had some things to say. Bindu, it is not my responsibility to spend my time thinking about this matter, as my role is focused on other spiritual duties. I have heard about you. I have an assistant who can help you. Please go to Baba's room and speak with him. What is his name, you ask? You should ask Baba Dada about that. They have specifically instructed me not to respond directly to any queries, and instead, I should seek any public representation or clarification from Baba himself. Have you ever observed how there are often very prominent and distinguished individuals who crafts these speeches and messages? Baba has instructed that you must remain completely silent in public, and he will take care of everything else. Enormous sums of money are being poured into these endeavors, as you are likely aware. A significant portion of money is spent on creating the image of an individual. Reflecting on the concept known as the power of recapitulation, consider what you frequently watch on YouTube and those you once admired as your heroes or idols. Why do they hold such a position in your mind? They are being brought to your screen repeatedly. And then slowly, an image is formed that they are very good. They keep appearing in front of us. They are shown to you because a whole PR team is working on it. Thus, Lord Shiva arrives. Not even a trace of falsehood. A trace is tiny. A grain of rice is that small. Just like us, your children once attended a school where we asked them who their role model was, and they mentioned a famous cricket player. It was a long time ago. I asked, what do you know about them? Their home, their mother and father, know nothing, just because there's a picture in front and it has been brought into the limelight. So that person becomes our hero. The practice of karma is one thing, while the way we live our lives is something entirely different. Karma is when you perform good deeds at your office, doing your work well, and being just right with everyone. So Baba says, what is a full stop? A full stop is a dot. Always remember the 3 dots. Look at the wonders. In today's world, what holds the most importance? What is the most significant? Is it money? Money holds great importance, doesn't it? Even parents seem insignificant compared to money. Notice, if you place a dot after each digit, what does it become? Our biological mother was admitted to the hospital for treatment. Next to him, there was an elderly woman lying down, and her condition was so critical that it seemed she could pass away at any moment. Then my son came with a document and said, Mom, this is an account paper. Can you sign it? It felt very odd then, but it's all part of the play. So, the doctor mentioned that this procedure is simply not going to be possible, meaning it cannot be done under any circumstances. There was an overwhelming crowd present at AIM's hospital in Delhi, which added to the already tense situation. He said, "All right, so in the evening, I don't know where they got those papers. The medicines were being given by the doctors here. The next day, their reports will be accurate. Being AIIMS hospital, all their parameters and results will be correct. Yes, there won't be any surgery, which means there will be no discomfort or pain. You mentioned yesterday that you went here and there, and that place is quite small and cramped, isn't it? Everything is so tightly packed, with one thing right next to another. Even for parents, money is everything. See, if you add a dot after 1, it becomes 10. Add another dot, it becomes 100. Add a third dot, it becomes 1000. The dot's power is incredible, right? Money has the power of the dot, and so does becoming a supreme soul. To reach the state of a supreme soul, you must keep putting full stops. Today, as I listened to the Murli, I felt wonderful. Letting things go brings me joy. It is all right. I don't know if it's become a habit, but I've heard something like this. It's all right. No problem. The outcome that I am eagerly awaiting is the one that holds the utmost significance and importance to me. The result is acceptable. Even in money, the dot's power is amazing. In becoming a supreme soul, it's also remarkable. The doer and the one who makes things happen is a dot. It is he who is orchestrating my actions, and he has taken on the role of the headmaster, meticulously guiding me through each step of what needs to be accomplished. You know, the postmaster is like the principal of the post office, overseeing all its functions and ensuring everything runs smoothly, right? And then there's the postmaster, who keeps saying, "Brother, we need to get this done." But he doesn't just rely on using a stamp to make things happen. Go over there and remain silent while you continue placing the dot without interruption. So what holds significance everywhere? It is the dot. Simply keep the dot in mind and avoid getting into the specifics. You can remember the dot, embody the dot, and apply the dot. This is the essence of the effort. Today, everyone should practice total yoga in the form of a dot in the supreme abode. Remember which dot form. In every domain and with the supreme forces of the entire cosmos, I embody the ultimate ascetic and the divine progeny of the Supreme Soul. Serve with the vibrations of Shiv Baba, Mama, Baba, and the Middle One. Just as you serve nature, just as you serve purity to yourself, just as you perform luxurious spiritual practices in all forms of supreme education. Is it challenging or simple? Those who find it simple, raise your hands. If it is simple, you need to put a dot. When faced with a problem, place a dot instead of a question mark. Avoid the question mark, place a dot. Observe how convoluted a question mark is compared to the simplicity of a dot. So, can you make a dot? Yes, everyone is capable. Why did this happen to me? Why only to me? People do not understand me. They do not get me. I will not do this. I will just leave and go somewhere else. Everything that surrounds you is a result of your own actions. Every single wound is justified. The wounds you bear are a reflection of what you truly deserve, as they are integral to your karmic path. We are pleased to share that there are two methods available to address this. In the past, when we had given it to someone, we have two ways to address our sufferings, through the strength of yoga and the resilience of endurance. With yoga power, we can quickly finish our karma. The force of experience continues, And Baba stresses point, point, point. Now it's about putting a period. Everyone here is quite knowledgeable. With enthusiasm and blessings, you're doing very well and will continue to do so. However, always remember that every moment, every day, you are a world servant. How long has this been going on? Hours is fine, right? So, each Murli continues to enlighten us about the essence of cooperation, the importance of a full stop, and the role of the most remarkable servant. The date is the 16th of January 2025. So, what should you do each and every single day in your life? You must always keep in mind and remember that you are indeed a dedicated servant of the world. What exactly are you doing? I just can't seem to understand, sir. Are you aware of what people are discussing about you, sir? You do not understand anything, sir. You do not get it. You do not know anything. You just do not get it, sir. You do not understand. I am not just a servant. I wholeheartedly embrace my role as a servant and dedicate myself to serving. Do you remember what Brahma Baba used to sign? A world servant is always a world servant. Service to the world doesn't end with just serving on Shivratri. Remember that you are a world servant, and thus your duty is to serve the world with every breath and every moment. Anyone who comes to you or whom you encounter, you must offer them something as a benefactor. No one should leave empty-handed, and the eternal feast should always be available. At the very least, extend good wishes and pure intentions to everyone you meet. Good wishes and pure intentions. Today, the wish-fulfilling tree in its seed form, the inverted wish-fulfilling tree, reaches every soul. My good wishes and blessings are reaching out to every single element of nature. I have only one inspiration and one firm resolve for all of you, which is that you should embrace and achieve the highest level of purity at the earliest opportunity. Towards every soul, view, listen, and connect with others with a heart full of good intentions. Extend your support to every soul with these positive feelings. Right now, all souls are in dire need of your help. At this moment, it is not essential for all souls to be enlightened by your wisdom and support. At this moment, there is a soul that greatly needs your focus. Can you guess who? To oneself. This is not included. And at this moment, all souls are in great need of your support and cooperation. So offer your support wholeheartedly and become a dedicated supporter. A single person cannot handle everything. So foster collaboration and establish a team, even if it is a small one. When everyone sits with one resolution, its powerful memory will reach the supreme abode. Whether it is through your thoughts, words, relationships, or connections, always extend your cooperation. Remember this special slogan for the Shivratri celebration. Give cooperation and create cooperators. Who are the cooperators? Give cooperation and create cooperators. Who are the cooperators? At home, family members also play a supportive role. Baba conveys this sentiment by saying, these individuals are like members of our own family. Now I understand that this was said to us earlier. Speak with enthusiasm. So, brothers and sisters, after giving cooperation, at least Baba is saying in this word to become cooperative, to create a family. Let each and every individual feel deeply connected, experiencing that profound bond with everyone around them. At the very least, Offer your support to everyone you come across and encourage them to be cooperative. Someone will always enter your circle. You do not need to put in a lot of effort, but make sure to bring joy to their hearts. What is prepared in the kitchen here is not the main point. The real essence is to make hearts happy and joyful. Making hearts happy means feeding them with love and kindness. This doesn't require much effort or extra time, just pure intentions and a happy heart. By spreading joy with pure intentions, you bring happiness to yourself and others. What more could one desire? Speak sweetly with good intentions, act with a positive demeanor, remain a bit silent, offer some comfort, and keep some things confidential. That's it. When you are happy and they are happy, what more could you ask for? Stay joyful and spread that joy. Your faces should never appear overly serious. Your face should not appear so stern and serious. Why does it seem so downcast and heavy like that? This is not the way the faces of deities are supposed to look. Deities never have such expressions on their faces. Whenever I communicate with the regular members, I always prefer to send them emojis, and I make sure to send them to the children as well. Normally, when I send something to someone, I choose to send a GIF because it helps create a sense of lightness and joy. It means that it's an easy way to respond and provide a simple reaction. At the very least, the person in front should feel comfortable. It shouldn't come across as, brother, all of you are like this. Sure, there is a dynamic where one is a teacher and others are students. However, we are all family, and a sense of lightheartedness should prevail. Otherwise, you might notice that some people become overly serious in the presence of seniors. That is a different setting, and it is appropriate for that environment. However, here we are all like one big family, so we should always strive to remain joyful and spread happiness to one another. Your expression should never appear overly serious, as being too serious is not beneficial. All right, brother Om Shanti, it should not be like that. Seriousness lies within us, doesn't it? Think about how many daddies mention that they never heard Mama raise her voice or laugh out loud. Reflect on Mama's sessions, and you'll remember her joyful, radiant laughter. By truly feeling that laughter, you will naturally find yourself connecting with yoga if you do it sincerely. Each class led by Mama Ji was infused with profound wisdom, every session carrying deep significance and meaning. I have seen, and I also have an experience with Nirmala DDG, where I was facing some problem. When you are new, situations arise, and I was feeling a bit low. So, Nirmala Didi was standing at the reception area, and she was there with some brothers. She suddenly burst into loud laughter, laughing heartily and with great joy. And as I walked by, I barely knew them, having only been around for a year or two. Their laughter felt like a refreshing splash of cold water on me. I poured cold water over all the pots and felt completely refreshed. It was only their laughter. There was no conversation, just my practical experience. So Baba is saying that being too serious doesn't look good. There should be a smile. It's good to be serious, but if you become too serious, it's like you are lost somewhere. All right, you must have seen some with hands folded behind their back. Om Shanti, brother. You are engaging in reading Om Shanti with your friends. It's good to be observant, but speaking in an indistinct manner doesn't create a good impression. A face that is always smiling is more pleasant. A serious expression is not appealing. Don't let your face become serious. What to do and how to do it, you end up becoming serious. What to do, how to do it, there is a lot of effort and work, and we become serious. But the more work there is, the more we need to smile and stay light. These days, no one mentions it, But in the past, they would say I looked a bit serious. I told them I just cannot do it. It is not in my nature. Those who want to come, come. Those who want to listen, listen. If you do not want to, that's fine. I am natural. This is my family. I will laugh, talk, and joke with them. If something inappropriate is happening, please inform us. Otherwise, regardless of the workload, we should maintain a cheerful demeanor. Take a look at your stone idols. They never display a serious expression. If they did, it would indicate the artist didn't capture their essence correctly. It is not right. Always keep smiling. Have you seen when they stand in the temples? Then, like Lakshmi, they say, "You have done nothing in my life. You have done nothing. You have betrayed me. No one is mine. Not even you are mine." And they, "Heh heh heh." If you stand there with a serious expression, people might think you don't know how to live happily. Therefore, what will they say? They will say, "What can the teachers do? They are excellent teachers. Congratulations to the teachers for their dedicated service." Well, what will the teachers do? Very good teachers? There are many teachers. Congratulations to the teachers. Congratulations for the service. Good. In 1 second, you can emerge your ancestral and worship-worthy form. Sometimes people even say that you remain very serious. We must adapt to the environment's needs. You cannot be light-hearted with just anyone. Reserve that for those you truly consider your family. Whoever is coming, be light with everyone. This is neither discipline nor royalty. Stick to your schedule, and when you meet someone, meet them well. In 1 second, you can emerge your ancestral and worshipful form. Come in 1 second. Om Shanti. In the same way, you can see yourself in the remembrance of the forms of deities and gods. By emerging your ancestral and worship-worthy form, what are the benefits? The first topic is that if I always remain in the form of my ancestor and worship deity, what benefits will I gain in my spiritual life? Every deity is my ancestor. In this confluence age, I am an ancestor from the copper age as well. In the golden and silver ages, I hold the role of a ruler. So, take a moment to end all thoughts and immerse yourself in your ancestral and revered form. All right. Blessings and remembrances to the divine children from all directions on the Father's and Baba's birthday. The loving Dilaram Baba's right-hand server children are always absorbed in the heart. Right-hand servers are such elevated souls who always remain aware of the significance of the point. These elevated point form children always stay in their self-respect, giving spiritual respect to everyone. These self-respecting souls are always the children of the giver. As master benefactors, those who continuously give from their boundless resources, Baba Dada sends profound love and heartfelt greetings to the children. These divine light children, who are more precious than the Kohinoor diamond, receive Baba Dada's warmest love, remembrance, and respectful salutations. And to such children, love and greetings. To our spiritual children, spiritual Baba Dada sends love, good morning, and greetings. Blessing, embrace your role as a master who can direct every power at will. Before you embark on any task, ensure you summon the appropriate power. Command with authority, for all these powers are like extensions of yourself, ready to assist you whenever needed. I am seated above as the ancestor and the revered one. We must practice yoga in the form of a point. And then you can also assume the form of an ancestor and revered one here if you need to do it in 2 ways and invoke all the powers. Your arm is my arm, and together we have countless arms. Your arms cannot do anything without your order. Give the order, use your tolerance power, and make it successful. You will see success waiting for you. Try it today. However, instead of giving commands, you hesitate, wondering if you can do it or not. Such hesitation prevents the command from being effective. Thus, to command and ensure compliance as a master creator, you must be fearless. One of God's names is also fearless, and without fearlessness, no spiritual effort can be truly made. You will need to overcome your fear of what people might say about your efforts and actions. Will I become something or not? Will I move forward or remain where I am? What are others thinking about me? Many people come to me and share that others are talking about them in certain ways. There should be at least 4 or 5 such individuals about whom discussions are bound to happen. Are you discussing someone? Do you talk about the rickshaw driver? If someone is a VIP, very wealthy or highly influential, and you make an effort to find their shortcomings and weaknesses, it means you are moving in the right direction. Swami Vivekananda was saying that if your journey is free of hurdles, it might indicate that something isn't quite right. The path of effort, the path to heights, is not without climbing, not without effort. Recognize that it is through facing challenges that we achieve our goals. Remember this powerful and profound insight always. Reveal the support-giving Father to everyone and guide them all to the shore of safety. In other words, it means understanding who I am in the grand scheme of things. I am a master supporter, and I am a soul that provides support and assistance to everyone. To manifest the supportive Father, what traits and characteristics should I, as a master supporter, exhibit in my life? If I aim to become a supporter like the Father, what key qualities and attributes must I nurture and develop within myself? All right, Om Shanti, let's discuss today's practical homework. First, let's delve into this topic. If I am to become a supporter like the Father, the giver of support, then what are the main qualities and characteristics that I should possess? There are 2 visions of yoga. First, practice yoga as a point in the supreme abode. Whatever yoga you do it in the form of a point. Secondly, focus on the ancestors and the revered ones. Please read the complete explanation about the ancestors and the worshipped ones. And thirdly, today Baba has spoken about the point, what words he has used. What are the key points to be derived regarding the importance of the dot? As each individual, as each individual, as each individual, as each individual, as each individual. So instead of interpreting it in a different manner, simply understand that everyone should read the Murli and carefully extract those points. When you read the Murli and focus on each word individually, your concentration aligns with the essence of that Murli. And as you begin to put this into practice, you will notice that your focus becomes akin to that of a yogic state. So, what are these divine utterances exactly? When you are immersed in reading these sacred words, your concentration remains steadfast, similar to being in a state of yoga. No need to write this down, it will accumulate itself. How many times was the word Baba mentioned yesterday? On Shivratri, with good wishes and good feelings in the form of yoga? Yes, 54 times. Okay? Yes, it was mentioned a total of 56 times. Out of these, 54 times specifically referred to the word Bap. Additionally, Bap Dada was mentioned twice, which can be included in the count. All right? Both 54 and 56 are accurate answers. All right, Om Shanti, let us focus our thoughts and hearts on Baba.